So we're going to look at the 5 questions. The 5 questions is another idea that comes from Roger Hamilton in Wealth Dynamics. I find it very useful and hope you might too. We have the elements that we talked about in the square of flow profiles. Flow or spirit we can put up here, which is the center of the square. We have dynamo, we have blaze, tempo, and steel. So if you imagine the square that we've drew before, dynamo, tempo, blaze, steel, and there's spirit in the middle. It's like a pyramid, with spirit at the top of the pyramid. And these 4 are the base of the pyramid. If you turn the pyramid that way, you end up with spirit at the top and the pyramid underneath. I like that. So this is how we've ended up with this diagram. This is the top of the pyramid, and here is the base of the pyramid down here. And you might recognize this from Chinese medicine or from pagan witchcraft. The pentagram. You'll also find it in astrology, which is where the pagan witchcraft gets it from. The pagan witchcraft is not actually about the magical thing, it's about the 5 elements, and the 5 elements are an important part of paganism, so they use that as their symbol. So we have here a series of 5 energies that interact with each other in different ways, and they have a natural cycle between them. Starting with flow, we have the question why. Why helps you get into flow? Why am I doing this? If you understand why, your purpose, you can kind of feel the right way to get about doing things. Then we go to dynamo, which is what. What is, what's the big picture? What is it that we're doing here? What's the plan going to be? What's it going to look like when it's finished? Let's get a visionary idea of things. Then we have blaze. Who's involved? Who are we doing this with? Who do I need to talk to? Tempo, when and where. So when and where is where we start scheduling, we start planning exactly how we're going to get things done. When does it need to happen? If we know who we're talking to, when are we actually meeting them? Where are we meeting them? Actually getting down to the details a little bit more. And steel is how, which is in the greatest detail, exactly how you're going to manage all of these meetings and how we're going to keep track of things, what our systems are. And that leads us back into the flow, spirit, why. So if you ask these questions in this order, it's in the natural cycle of the questions, then you end up with a very relaxed, deep process that helps you find flow and helps you to get things done in a flowing, easy way. So, for example, why am I here making this video? I've got some love of making videos, love of being on camera. Okay, so there's a personal reason, and there's also some reason about what I'm trying to present, and we have the ideas of purpose here. Okay, so having that purpose, I can say, okay, what do we need to do? What exactly needs to be in the video? So we know there's these 5 questions that we need to put in the video. And then who am I talking to? I like to talk to people who have some interest in spirituality and in some interest in community, and so there's a particular approach which might be very different if it was with different people. When and where, so we set up the exact time when we're going to be making this video and where we're going to be setting up the camera, and then we get to the steel, how we're actually going to run this, what settings does the camera need to be on, what lighting do we need, and we set everything up, and then we get there and we go, okay, why are we doing this again? Oh, that's right, we've got this this idea of loving performance and doing something really meaningful in that performance. Okay, let's do it, and we have this excitement, and we go through the same cycle again. Yeah, very relaxed, very easy, very flowing. If you go the other way around, it's kind of military style. Okay, why are we doing this? We've got to make a video. How are we making that video? Right, we're setting up the cameras this here, and we're going to set them up exactly the way I tell you. When and where? Right, we've got 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, be there. And who's going to do it? You and you just volunteered. Step up. Okay, what are we going to do? Right, here's your instructions. And why? Well, the why in that place ends up, well, why me? Why do I have to do this? It's not fun anymore, yeah? So sometimes going the reverse cycle is useful. It gets things done quickly, but it doesn't get things done fast. So, it gets things done quickly, it doesn't get things done fun. Going this way is generally the way you want things to go, except in emergencies you may want to start ordering people around just to get things done very quickly. Apologize to them later, give them lots of massages and cups of tea and cake. People don't like it when you do that. And if it's to yourself that you're doing that, then you need to give yourself some massages and cups of tea and cake or whatever. You need to do something nice to get over it, because that really isn't fun going that way. That is the cycle that creates stress. This is the cycle that creates flow.